always a challenge for a retailer like Massmart to be able to, kind of have a generous return policy, which you want to have to be able to give, your customers the best experience. But of course, there's a great cost to it. And, I was, just talking to you earlier as well. We're looking at some of the numbers from the National Retail Federation, NRF. And, last year they say that consumers actually return products worth more than $800 billion, and the returns cost itself is more than $100 billion. And when we say cost, it's logistics, it's frauds, is the pilferage that happens in between, and everything else. How do you balance this cost and the customer experience at the same time? What are the top ways that you are deploying at Massmart to actually handle this?
Cool. Yeah, thanks for that. I think that, firstly, there's definitely a high degree of collaboration that's required between like a retailer and a carrier if you're going to try and optimize these costs. Because it's not just costs you're trying to optimize, you're trying to optimize efficiencies across the whole reverse logistics pipeline. And this involves things like product returns, exchanges, repairs, and repairs can get a bit messy because then you've got multiple vendors that you ultimately either need to go to or they collect from. But I do think there's probably 2 or 3 overarching areas that we currently focus on. So number one is providing visibility of data regarding forecasted volumes. It's important to give the courier companies enough heads up about what volumes are coming so they can get driver capacity. They can do better route planning so they can optimize the route planning. Otherwise, you'll find inefficiencies on the back and the forth. And then I think probably more so important further down impacts is then, can a customer track and trace? So have you got a high visibility of data from the point of you've collected my goods, where is it, when am I getting it back? And that drives anxiety with customers when they can't see that. So for me, that's one. Number 2 would probably be efficient collection and delivery processes. So if you're doing deliveries, you could bucket these together with drop off and collect. So that could improve your optimization. If you have better forecasting and plans, you could improve your customer service from the point of these are the scheduled collection times. So the courier company is coming to collect them at these times. And then I think lastly, this is more of a more general bucket. But as far as I'm concerned, to drive down the cost in reverse logistics, this is a us problem. It's both the courier company and Massmart, because as a retailer, you only own so far into the funnel, so to speak, from a fulfillment perspective, and then you've got courier partners who own the rest. So I can do my best to empower you from optimization in routing, forecasts, types of products, size of products, all of those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be looking to the courier company to come back and say, right, we've improved our route planning, we've improved our collection exceptions, we've improved our address accuracy. So all of that would ultimately help drive down the overall cost. I mean, I'm sure there's a long list, but those are probably my 3 focuses.